of World Career Counseling, and to set the content going forward, I'll take a few minutes to introduce ourselves and our services, what we offer in World Career Counseling. So we are located in Mumbai, in Lodha Complex in BIOS Towers. And in today in our webinar, I have got Mr. Hanumant, who is an experienced person for handling overseas admissions. So just to brief you about World Career Counseling, so we have started in the month of April, year 2022. All right, and we have been counseling students for education counseling and psychological counselings as well for persons and for people uh, who are above 18. We've also been looking into career counseling prospects for people who are working, and they want the guidance probably in the path in the sector where they want to go ahead with. So overall, what we're talking about is we guide parents, childrens, and everyone, and the right prospective students starting from standard 8 onwards, who need career guidance and who need a solution on what exactly would be their path moving forward, and what are their positives, and how are they gonna, which field are they going to choose in their careers to move forward in life. So um, can we go to the next slide, please? So we are like we have our colleague Kavya, who handles the education counseling front, and the best part probably is like we handle overall involved is we do it in multilingual languages like Hindi, Marathi, English, Telugu, Kannada. So overall, making it trying to reach every corner of the country and every language to get the best prospects for the students. So um, there are basically in anybody's life there are a lot of pressures around in all life. So um, it counseling basically is a very important factor which really guides a student in a right manner at the right path. Right. Can I go on to the next slide, please? Next slide. So what we're talking is career counseling. So career counseling in World Career starts from standard 6th onwards. So we counsel students from standard 6th. And the way what we do is the initial steps are like we conduct a psychometric assessment, which is almost 90% accurate. We also do NETG, JE, and sports admission processes as well, um, which is actively done by a group of people. Um, we've also got, can you go to the next slide, please, Ravi? Psychological counseling, as I briefed you about. We also provide an interesting thing which is called as an internship, probably a service, wherein students from even 8th standard onwards can get internships in the companies, and they can also get a letter of experience from that same company. So it's like gone are those days where the students join a class or something, or maybe computer classes and all. Like now today the trend is like, if you want to really know about a field, be it even if it's school going child or a career oriented person who wants to change his prospects or change his line of job. So internships out here are there which can help understand the prospect which is lying in the other part. For example, if somebody is in finance and he wants to do marketing, so probably just to take a look and feel of it, he can definitely join our internship services, and probably try the marketing out for 3 months and see how does it suit him. So basically we provide this kind of a service so that probably it also helps school your college students who are trying overseas. Now these students basically, whenever they apply in overseas admission for overseas admissions, the colleges looks upon them for the experience what they have in that particular thing, which is an added advantage while getting into a university. So with the choice of the education, the choice of the field what the student wants to go to, he can definitely have an internship done, which gives him the more prospects for getting into the overseas part in the overseas college. So with this, I will hand it over to Mr. Hanuman, who will be talking about overseas admissions in for specific countries, which we have today streamlined for. And Hanuman sir, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Ranil, uh, for that lovely explanation to our audience. So, first of all, I'm going to explain why students should study abroad. Now, I categorized into four major points. And what are those four major points? First one is quality of education. Now, the students get access to renowned institutions, the very popular ones. Okay, we all know that the best country is obviously US, but that doesn't mean that the other countries are, far away from that. We have some very good colleges, institutes in US, UK, Germany, and in fact, today my major focus would be on UK, Germany, Singapore, and Dubai. And I'll be talking about the top universities there. So the next sub point for quality of education would be innovative teaching methods. Now, why do students look for countries like US, UK, or for that matter, Germany, and if you come to the Asian countries like Singapore, Dubai? That's because they have innovative teaching methodologies and strategies. All right. The next point would be career opportunities. uh, the students who pass out from major universities, or not necessary major universities also, but some very good universities, they have good chances of getting employment. And they also get the opportunity to network with cohorts, okay, network with their fellow students. And that is a very added advantage for any of the student who is studying abroad. Then there is personal growth. So under personal growth, there is a cultural exposure. So when I say cultural exposure, like any student from India going to countries like maybe UK, US, Germany, Singapore, Dubai, France. So they have a cultural exchange between each of them, and that uh, in return gives them that exposure, and they are able to grow as well culturally. They start respecting each other's culture, and that is the best part to be studying overseas. Then there is independence and life skills. Every student nowadays, who's grown up, they want complete freedom, because that helps them to make decisions on themselves. Oh, and they know what is correct, what is uh, wrong, uh, whom should they make friends with. And I think this is the best part to be being independent. And also they learn certain life skills also, because when they stay away from home, they know that, okay, this is the budget that I have, and I have to work part time. I would be facing certain challenges in order to finish my studies. And I think that's where the students become more responsible. They know how to manage time, and they even get more productive while they are studying. Okay. The next point would be broader perspective. So it gives them a global perspective. When I say global perspective, means they're continuously talking to so many people from around the world. Somebody could be from Asian countries, someone could be from European countries, and when they are in constant touch with them, they get that global perspective, about so many things: the political issues, the economic issues, the social concerns going in those countries. Then we have something called interdisciplinary learning. Now, what is this interdisciplinary learning? It's an integration of several subjects that is being taught together. It can be like a science student can be learning arts together. So that could be an integrated kind of learning, and that's what we say as interdisciplinary learning, where probably we don't find it in India. There are few universities in India like Kriya University, Ashoka University, OP Zindal University. These are all universities of liberal arts, and they have this interdisciplinary learning. So moving on to the next slide, as I said, I would be covering UK, uh, Germany, Singapore, and Dubai. And how I am going to explain this is my slides will primarily be why any country and what are the top 10 universities. All right. And the last slide would be about the admission process. So let's start with UK first. Now, UK has some world-class universities. As I recently was talking about the innovating teaching uh, methodology, so UK is actually second to US as a study destination. And the good part about UK is that it has a lot of job prospects, and the students can have a solid foundation here, and they have the chances of boosting their salary as well. Now, when it comes to the university curriculum, it is very flexible, and every year they keep on changing the curriculum just to meet the skills that are required for that particular year. Or you can say, it's so much adaptable to the 21st century skills and norms. All right. So these are the top 10 universities in UK: the University of Oxford, University of Cambridge, Imperial College London, University College London, University of Edinburgh, University of Manchester, King's College London, London School of Economics and Political Science, University of Warwick, University of Bristol. Now, there is something to note here that we might not be partnering with all the top universities, but yes, in case if someone has got a good score, has a very good profile, then you can get into these universities, but you will be charged extra for that. Okay. Now, what is the admission process? Generally, there are two major intakes: fall and spring. There is no application fee. The undergrad applications are done through UCAS, which we call as United Kingdom Common Application System. And the deadline for that is Jan 31st. Remember, this is only for undergrads. And for medicine in UK, you have UCAT. So this is like a common admission test, and the deadline is October 15th every year. Then only a few big business schools, they would be charging the application fee. 3 years or 4 years degrees are accepted here. Now, we are especially telling this 3 years or 4 years degrees are accepted because there are some countries who would either accept 15 years of education or 16 years of education. Okay, that's why I have been very specific here. 3 years or 4 years will do. Masters are again only for 1 year. Now, there is a myth here. People think that because the masters is only for 1 year, the students are a bit reluctant to join in the uh, colleges for masters, but that is not the case. Okay, even there are courses for 6 months also. Okay, some certification courses. So it doesn't matter if it is for 6 months, 1 year. Don't think that okay, it is not for 2 years, so hence probably the certification that we would be getting might not carry that much weightage. Okay. Last, students are accepted on the matured entry route also. So, which is 15 to 20 days is the TAT after submission. That means this happens like on a fast track basis. So as I earlier said, now after finishing UK, let's move on to Germany. Why Germany? Germany has high quality education because even though it's a small country, but its major areas of specialization when it comes to education, higher education, it's engineering, medicine, and technology. You find automotive engineers, when they pass out and they come back to India or when they settle down, they really do well because it's very famous. Automotive engineering is very famous here in Germany. You have tuition free education. See, tuition free education is there only for public universities, but then there are certain limitations to it. If you want to get into public universities, the general percentage is more than 80% that you need to get. Okay. And which is like a CGPA of more than 8. And apart from that, you need to have a good profile. When I say good profile, like maybe throughout your schooling till your maybe grade 12, or let's say you've done your graduation um, in India, then you need to have a good academic track record. Research opportunities, as I told earlier, Germany is very famous for research and innovation. Diverse program in English. Now, earlier, what used to happen is that if you know German, then it was very easy for you to get admission in German universities. But then there are a lot of programs happening in English as well. But that doesn't mean that you need not learn Germany. So there is a certain kind of level of certification that you need to finish. You once you get there. Then the post-study work visa. The post-study work visa at around 18 months. I forgot about UK, obviously. UK, the post-study work visa is 2 years. Okay. These are the top universities in Germany. So we have LMU Munich, Ludwig Maximilian University of Munich, then Technical University of Munich, Heidelberg University, Humboldt University of Berlin, Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, KIT, University of Freiburg, RWTH Aachen University, University of Göttingen, Free University of Berlin. So when you see that Free University of Berlin, that is one of the public university. Now, what is the admission process? So it has two major intakes, winter and summer. The entry to bachelor's requires
Harsh,
13 years of education. A little while back, I was saying that what is the
Harshvardhan,
minimum number of you know years that are required. So for bachelor's, it is 13 years. So had it been masters, how many years it could have become? Can
Harsh,
anyone tell me? For bachelor's, it is 13 years of education. So for masters, yeah, this is the question that I'm asking to the audience here.
14, 15,
15 years?
For entry to bachelor's, it is 13. So once you finish your bachelor's, 13 plus how much?
3,
2.
3. Obviously, 13
3,
plus 3. So you need
3, 3.
16 years of education for
Oh.
masters. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. So no application fee except if applied through UniAssist. Now, UniAssist is an app, but so that's why you require more in fact you require the application fee there, but no application fee otherwise. All application documents need to be couriered to universities. Now this is Germany is one such country where you need to courier your documents. The I have seen for US, UK, you need to just send the scanned documents and that much is enough. TOEFL IELTS is accepted. German language, it's also required. So as I said, before you arrive there, you need to get certain levels. They have level A1, then B1, C1, and D1. So you have to attain those levels depending upon the course that you're going for. Only 4 years degree accepted. That means what? Just now I was emphasizing on the fact. So even if you do, let's say, a BCom, a BA, BSc, again it is not accepted. So if you're doing engineering, then 4 years of degrees are accepted there. The masters can be again for 1 year, 1.5 years, or maybe 2 years. Grades or percentage above 75 to 80% is only considered. So here we are again talking about the public universities. 30 to 45 days is the turnaround time after the submission of the application. Blocked account is required. By blocked account, what we mean is that you need to keep a security deposit there for your expenses. Similarly, there is something called GIC for Canada, okay, where you need to put an amount equivalent to the expenses, and so they are rest assured that okay, this student has enough funds to meet the expenses. Then free education. A little while back I have been telling this, that they have this free education, and most of the management programs, they require the work experience. Okay, moving on to the next slide. Dubai. See, about maybe 15, 20 years back, nobody knew Dubai. Okay, it was not even existing on the map. Maybe it was existing, but yeah, a kind of a joke I cracked. But then, it has really grown leaps and bounds, in terms of education, in terms of business. There are so many things happening in Dubai. So now, and it is become very popular for tourism as well. People are traveling from no, maybe US to Dubai only to spend some time over there, quality time, maybe a week or so. So Dubai has grown. So that is a very strategic location now, because it is connecting to Asia, Europe, and Africa, and it has a diverse and multicultural environment. So when we say multicultural environment, if you see, I think a lot of Indians are there working there, and if I'm not wrong, most of the Keralites would be in Dubai. Do you all agree with this?
Yes.
In Dubai, any idea? Most of the Keralites would be in Dubai, so it is so diverse and multicultural. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So world class infrastructure. So obviously, I mean, the Burj Khalifa, if you see, it's like, I haven't gone to Dubai obviously, but I'm sure that if I have to see Burj Khalifa, you know, uh, I would have a sore neck, because that's so tall. So it has world class infrastructure, and it when I say it's not about the tall buildings, but it has the state of the art facilities, and you can also find advanced technology in its educational institutions. Focus on innovation and research. So there's a lot of innovation and research happening in fields like technology, healthcare, sustainability. And one more thing I would like to tell you all, that there are so many universities right from Australia, UK, US, even Germany. They have branches in Dubai, which is an added advantage. So they have so many campuses, even France. So they have the campus in Dubai. Tax-free income. Now, who wouldn't love this, right? So it offers tax-free income. So whatever you are earning, you can just keep it for yourself. Okay. These are the top universities in Dubai. The University of Dubai, Harriet Watt University, Dubai, Middlesex University, Dubai. So Middlesex is UK, by the way. University of Wollongong. Wollongong is in Australia. Okay. Canadian University, Dubai. Zayed University, yes, this is in Dubai, from Dubai. Dubai Medical College, Amity University. the Indian one. Manipal Academy of Higher Education, MAHE. This is again from India. Okay. So let us see the admission process for Dubai. So we have majorly three intakes: fall, spring, and summer. So fall intake is starting in the month of September, spring, Jan or Feb. Then you have additional intakes, uh, which again, as I said, it's summer. So it can begin in May or June, or maybe November also. But these intakes are not so popular, summer or winter. The popular ones are fall intake and the spring intake. So what are the application fee details? The fee amount varies by institution and program. So it typically ranges from anywhere between $50 to $150. And what are the common accepted English tests? IELTS, then TOEFL, PTE, Duolingo. 3 or 4 years degrees are accepted here. Then again, masters are for 1 to 2 years. And this is somewhere I wanted to note the deadline for fall intake. So if it is September, then deadline would be you have to submit anywhere between May to June. Okay, if you want the September intake. If you want Jan or Feb intake, then you have to submit it anywhere between October to November. Similarly, summer intake, even though there is not much of a demand, but still I thought I should tell this. The deadline would be around March to April. So yeah, so this is the final country that I'm going to speak about, and it is Singapore. Singapore is home to several top-ranked universities, and NUS and NTU, Nanyang Technological University, is ranked amongst the 300 top 300 universities in the world. So it has a great importance amongst the education fraternity. Then strategic location, just like Dubai, Singapore is also very much connected to Asia, Europe, and other countries. High quality education. If you're looking for low budget, okay, let me tell you, if you are looking for low budget, Singapore, Dubai, Germany is quite good. And if you want to maybe uh, shell in a bit of more money, then I would say UK is much better. Okay, so coming back to the high quality education, the lot of research, innovation, and practical things happen. Okay, and the best part about Singapore's education curriculum is that it meets the demands of the global job market. Okay, so whenever a person passes out from any of the universities in Singapore, I say any of them means I mean to say that a standard kind of a university which meets let's say the academic requirements, the faculty is experienced enough, they have the state of the art facilities, then it's quite easy for a student who passes out from those universities to get a good job. English is obviously a medium of instruction, so there is no problem for speakers of English. And there is a strong economy and job market. You can see that it has a robust economy with a strong presence in sectors such as finance, technology, logistics, and biomedical sciences. Yes, research opportunities. The postgrad students, they get a lot of opportunities to engage themselves in research projects in various fields. Unlike most of the other small nations I have seen, where once you finish with your program, once you finish with your studies, then they do support. But I think the amount of support that you get from Singapore universities is immense. Then supportive government policies where there are various scholarships and grants for international students. and that is one of the reason that many students go to Singapore. I have seen this several times. From India, people go because they're getting support from the government through scholarship. Last but not the least, innovative and entrepreneurial ecosystem. You will find this, uh, obviously this kind of project is running in India,
Show me the
but I
diagram.
would say what Singapore does is it's an hub for innovation and entrepreneurship. And more often than not, you will see lot of entrepreneurs coming from Singapore because their ecosystem is such that they build some very good entrepreneurs. So with this, I will go move on to
Just
the
come by 7 o'clock.
next slide.
I know. After coming,
A
just
little while back, I mentioned these two universities, the top
I
universities in
wrote the
Singapore:
answer to
National
the last
University
question
of
paper, the final answer. I
Singapore,
wrote it down.
Nanyang Technology
Every variant,
University,
how much will
Singapore
cost in
Management
paper.
University, Singapore University of Technology and
Where is it now?
Design,
Thank you.
Singapore University of Technology and Design. It's a different campus. INSEAD Asia Campus, Duke NUS Medical School, Singapore Institute of Technology, James Cook University, Singapore. And let me tell you, James Cook University is in Australia. So they have a campus here. Okay. And what is the admission process? They have two intakes, Feb and September. Um, Colleges or polytechnics. So every 3 months, the admissions take place. They charge application fee rather, IELTS, TOEFL, PT accepted, or the IELTS is also accepted. 3 years or 4 years degrees is accepted. Masters of a 2 years, 5 to 20 days is the TAT after submission, and no laid down deadlines, but apply 2 months before start date. So what they're trying to say is that, see, in the previous slide when I was talking about Dubai, there were certain deadlines, but for Singapore, ideally 2 months before the start date, you should submit the application. Okay. So, yeah, with this, I end my presentation, and thank you for patiently listening. Thank you so much.